Hola. Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you this evening? So I'm getting on for a while. Because, well, hola. ¿Cómo está? Me llamo es Lisa. Es una libra en la biblioteca. And that's all I have from Spanish in high school. Actually, I have some really great curse words too, but yeah, not necessary. Heather John, Susan Rawl, how are y'all doing? How the heck is everybody this evening? I have tea, but it is it is like molten lava. So I'm going to sit here and wait with this. What's funny is, we had a lot of immigrants in our school when I was growing up, and they would take Spanish because they thought they were going to get an easy A, and they would flunk. I mean, how do they flunk Spanish? But they did. I don't know. I just would sit there and go, Romero, man, I don't know what the hell happened there. That's where all the curse words came from. Anywho, I have this new book. I haven't started reading it, but I want to. I'm trying to make time to do so. It's crazy, right? But I have this new book, and I have another book that I read that I have to think of the name of it. It was really good. Merry evening. But this book is falling into the same line. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of the other book, and I don't think I have it sitting here. But this is The Witch's Heart, and this is based on mythology. So this one is based on Angrboda, punished by Odin for refusing to give him knowledge of the future. So this is a Celtic, Nordic book about their mythology. So I really kind of enjoyed the first one, and it was on Caradwen. And they sprinkle in a lot of knowledge into these books when you're reading them. And this is by Genevieve. Don't ask me how to say her last name. But hi, everybody. So I'll read it and let you know how it goes. I'll have to find the other one. The other one was really, really good. That's not it, is it? No. Okay. It does look like a good read. And I'll have to find, hi, everybody. I'll have to find the other book. It's got to be close by. And it was good. It was really good. I read it pretty quickly, but I had how many of you sit down and take the time to read a book anymore? I used to do it all the time. Like I could take a book like this and be done with it in a day. Like who has that kind of time anymore? Like the whole book in a day, I could do it. I do read a little quickly, but whatever. Okay. So how was everybody's New Year? Was it good? It was good. There's my husband. He'll be heading home in just a little bit. Richie's been cooking a roast in the oven today because it was too big to fit in the crock pot. So the house smells amazing. Can't wait for that. Okay, so wonderful New Year, Karen. Thank you. It's nice and quiet, manifesting fabulous. Trudy, awesome. Who's set up manifestation goals for the next year? Who set those up? Because that's important. We should be manifesting all the time, right? We should be mindful of what we're bringing into our life all the time. But something about the beginning of the year, another circle around the sun, and we all think that we need to start re-upping all of our prior commitments to what we want in life. Heidi is, and we're going to be blessed to have Heidi and Brad in the shop next month. We're really excited about that. Oh, you're coming in tomorrow around noonish. Okay, text me when you're on your way, Heather, so that I know that I am going to be there. Okay, just let me know. I was going to bring a tire into town tomorrow, but I'll wait. And Sandy, yes, and Sandy. Sandy's coming too. Good, awesome. Renee Schillam, hello. This is the world's hottest tea. Can you guys see it steaming? Okay. That's not too bad. Okay. So, off we go into the wild blue yonder. Here we go. Yeah, just let me know. Send me a private message and I'll try to be there. Okay. All right. Let's pull a card and see where we're going. Philippa, good morning. Hi. Oh, good morning. Good evening. Okay. So I know I've missed some people on here. I know I have Heather. I have Katrina. I have Heidi. I have Renee. I have this gentleman named Mr. Fry. I don't know who he is. Deborah Gonzalez, Trudy Gale, Karen Yankowski, Monica. Let's see where else we are here. I know we have people come in and out. Susan Rawl, good afternoon, everybody. Robin Ball, hello. How are you? Okay, let's pull a card, see where we're going to head from now. And if you could share to a group, that'd be great. We would appreciate that mightily. And Lion. I see a Facebook user that says, Happy New Year. Kathy Newman, welcome. So, this isn't Lion, man. Sometimes we need to decompress. Is that what that is? Oh, okay. I wondered where that went. Ooh, look we have a troll. We have a troll. Let's get him. Bye-bye. Delete comment. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. Sometimes we need to decompress. Sometimes we need to just let things happen the way they're going to happen. There's sometimes we're just not going to be able to influence the outcome, and that's okay. But at those times, when those times hit us, man, the best thing we can do is relax and let things flow. Sometimes it's really hard to do that. I have a hard time letting things flow sometimes. Ask my husband. He'll tell you. It's like, oh, my God. Shelly Jorkos. Shelly will be in the shop reading this month. I do not have the calendar in front of me, so I can't say exactly which day, but I do know you can check the newsletter and see which day Shelly will be in the shop. You need to decompress. Just got off work. Hi, Amy Bradley. How are you this evening? And this is like so a card for you, Amy. It's about going out into nature. I always see you guys out in nature, finding fun things to do. And it's so fun to watch you guys experience life together. It's really neat to watch you guys go out and do all of your things. You always seem to be looking into something new and different. So sometimes we have to, this is for me too. Holy crap. Breathe the fresh air and remember who you are and where you want to be. Sometimes we have to just sit still, right? Sit still and breathe a little bit. Stick our feet in, maybe not the snow, but in the grass. It is okay to walk barefoot through your home. It's not the same as walking barefoot in the grass, but walking around and just relaxing and allowing your energy to settle. We don't do that very often. How often do you just consciously knock down the muscle tension, right? January 18th, Shelly, yay, New Year readings. Hey, Space Cowboys. Hey, Vicky McHale. So how often do you just knock down the tension in your body? Just relax. We live in a state of anxiety, it seems like, right? We're always waiting for the next adrenaline rush. That's how people get addicted to their phones. You guys know that? We're waiting for that next incredible thing that we can find on Facebook, the news, wherever, YouTube, whatever, TikTok, waiting for that next adrenaline rush. We are living in a consistent adrenaline rush. And for those of us that didn't grow up with the internet, we remember what it was like to go outside, play, have fun, go visit family, go visit friends. Everybody was, most people were nice, neat families. Now we're always waiting on that tilt, aren't we? We're always waiting to see what's the next shoe that's going to fall. It happens a lot, and we all tense up. We're waiting. So this is what I say, though. Not what I say, is what I was reading. Our children, most children nowadays, live on that adrenaline rush tilt. And this is why kids, if you take away their electronics, melt down, because they do not know a life without it. And we have jacked our body system up so severely by living on the edge of that adrenaline for the next cool thing that it's hard to gear back and say, oh my gosh, I can enjoy silence. Kids nowadays struggle with silence. It's very difficult for them to sit back and just have a quiet room. They don't know what to do. There is no quiet. So I wonder, it's actually a concern. Where is this going to take our kids? Where is this going to take our younger generation when there is nothing beyond that, what they thought was the original adrenaline, that original adrenaline rush that they're living on? They have to go higher to get something more stimulating. It's crazy. If you're going to teach me something worthwhile, I'm going to have to go back to TikTok, right? Hey, Vicky. So anyways, I don't know. That's just that's my tea. I was like, oh God, what is that on the edge? It's chai tea. So, but yeah, it's kind of concerning. Where do we go from here as a society? We don't teach our kids to go outside, put their feet in the grass, and relax and compress. It's one of those things that we should be teaching our kids. Our kids should know how to meditate. They should know how to turn inward. Instead, we're always looking for the external stimuli. You did watercolor with your grandkids? How fun! I love that. I can't wait till the kids get old enough for me to be able to do that with. Art. Your grandkids are learning to hug trees? Awesome. What's really interesting is when they don't just hug the tree, but they feel the energy of the tree. Because as hi from London, because they have their own vibration and their own auric field. Teach them to feel that. That's cool. That's cool and limitless, right? Where we can take our kids at imagination wise and energetically. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? And I know we have several new people on here, and why we do that. Your 7-year-old loves to hears them and you love it. Awesome. You bought stuff to make diary jars today and crystal pens. Vicky's always doing something. Fairy jars. Okay. I'm like, oh, I saw it as diary. It read dairy. Okay, so the whoop lets me know who is in the room. Please don't lurk. At least throw out a whoop whoop, because sometimes Spirit has a message for you, and I don't know if you're here. It's okay. No. I'm thinking, why do you need diary jars? I didn't know if it was a new type of diary. You could tell me just about anything, Vicky, and I'll be like on your train. It's ridiculous how I just kind of like, oh, look at it. We're making diary jars. How do we do that? Okay. If it's your first time, welcome everybody in the chat. Well, a lot of people in the chat are My Mystical Life members, and they're always here to help and greet. So really, really wonderful group of people on here. If you're seeing the long chat, which is usually on My Mystical Life Facebook page, how exciting. Hopefully you find us comfortable and friendly. Amanda says, I did a vision board today. Awesome. I've never done a vision board, but it's not for lack of not thinking I should. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where are we going from here? Woo! I gotcha. Okay. Rachel Ann, first time here. Welcome, welcome. Da-da-da-da. Let's go with Fiona Cleason. I just hit a cord under my computer and my computer went, don't do that again. Okay. Okay. Fiona Cleason. So Fiona, I want to see, I want to ask, I don't need to ask, I'm going to share some information with you. But I have someone on the other side that wants to come across with some music, and it's like a gentle humming. I hear, and this would have been an older woman, but I just feel like there was a humming. She always hummed, or she always made some sort of singing low tone when she was walking around. And I feel like this would have also been kitchen time. Like the kitchen was the place to gather and meet, and this would have been that person. I get memories. So I try to bring across memories. I'm not trying to bring across Great Aunt Gertie was 5'5". I'm not trying to bring that across. I bring across memories that might pull on your your heartstrings. And I feel like this person also had a small-ish dog. And I want to say it's white, but then I keep seeing a brown one too. So I don't know if maybe there were two dogs but I just see smaller, like terrier types of dogs. Does this make sense to you? Do you know who this might be? Okay, good. I'm so glad. And she's so glad. She's like, oh, it's like a light bulb. It's like a light bulb. So why do we do mediumship? I'm not going to beat this to death to make sure that this is who you know it is. Because if this little bit of information you're already in, you know who it is. The reason we do mediumship is to be able to give you the message that they have for you. That's why we do it. We don't do it to go, oh, look what I can do. It is about the message. And she wants to talk about, she wants to talk about, not that she may be sewed. I don't know that. But she's showing me as symbolism, showing me stitching a straight line. And she actually does this. She moves her fingers like she's hand stitching. I don't know. But she's talking about not having finished a project. Now, there's Tanya Lee. I'm not saying she didn't finish the project. I know that's what I said. But what I mean is she's talking about making sure we're following through with something. Okay. She's like really impatient with me. She's like, oh, word it correctly. I want you to make sure that when you start a project that you're finishing it. Don't get in it and don't commit to something that you can't completely commit to, she says. You understand. Good. Because she's like showing me this sewing and she's like, but this isn't about sewing. But I'm like, I just said it's about sewing. She's like, it's not about sewing. It's about starting and finishing something completely. Because it helps it does help you feel better as well, is what she's talking about. When you can say, I've completed it, and you can move forward, it's going to help in many. I'm watching for a troll. It's going to help in many areas of your life, because I think it's going to also lead to some new opportunities for you to, where someone's going to come and say, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? I understand. She says, don't be a doormat. Only help those who you can help when you have time. But people are going to see that you're more capable because you have followed through. Don't know. I'm also supposed to tell you that you are very closely watched by her and by, well, hello there, Erin. And also by Archangel Metatron. So when Archangel Metatron comes in, he comes in and he does this thing right here. He rubs down my nose. So I'm not quite sure why that you need such a heavy hitter. Maybe you're developing your intuition. Maybe you're developing your psychic skills, or you're figuring out what your clairs are, or maybe you're already an intuitive. I don't know. But when I have Metatron come in and do this, I know that you have something really great going on in life. So awesome. Awesome. Oh shit, I almost dumped tea all over my desk. You know how bad that would have been? You see faces at nighttime? Gotcha. Gotcha. Clairvoyant. Very cool. Very cool. Well, we hope you had a blessed new year as well, Erin. Absolutely. Excellent. Excellent. I hope that makes sense for you, Fiona. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room, you guys, so I can see who is here? If you are brand new or you're just lurking, please let us know. We want to know so we can greet you properly. Ta-da! Ta-da! That's so funny. Thank you. I hope it helped you. That's what I did for Bill every night when dinner was done. I cooked dinner, and I come in and I put it in front of him and go, ta-da! Because God knows here at home, I hardly ever cook. We're trying to change that, but I don't know where the ta-da come from, but ta-da! Okay, here we are. Here we are. My guides tell me that I should be smarter. Day 2. I have days like that. I do have days like that. Let's go with Nikita O'Reilly. Nikita O'Reilly. Nikita's new. Welcome. Lisa Plasky's new. Welcome, Nikita. Nikita, I want a good morning from New Zealand. Nikita, I want to go into a past life. The reason we do past lives is we find that we have a lot of lingering habits and a lot of things that we're still trying to complete lessons on from this life to the past lives to this lives. Your guides have been on crack lately. I've heard this a lot though. People are having really strange dreams. All sorts of things are going on. Okay. But Nikita, I want to start with, and I never ever know where I'm going when I start one of these. So have patience. Don't shoot the messenger. All those things. I love working the Akasha calls. I work with Metatron and Saint Germain within the Akasha call. So if I come across anything hinky or needs some, and by hinky I mean needs some healing on the after effect of that, I will absolutely do that if you ask me to. Okay, because this is about soul retrieval as well, which is also inner child work, which is what you call mirror work, or I never remember the word for that. Why? Anyhow. So moving on, but the reason I went into that, Nikita, is because the first thing I did was get this feeling of compression around my neck. I felt constricted, chased, tormented. This is definitely a female past life. Interesting. It's not where I thought I was going with this, but okay. Nikita, are you still here? Shadow work. That's it. That's it, Erin. I never can remember the actual shadow mark. Oh, well, look, we have a troll. No, we don't. Bye. Get a day job. No. It's all good. Okay, moving on. Nikita, are you still here? Yes. Okay. Still here. Okay. So I know this is a female past life. I thought this was going in one direction, but I don't believe it is. Half of them are bots now. It's so annoying. Right, Tanya? It was worded a little different. I want to go to understood. Thank you. I originally thought this was going into persecution for herbology or suspected witchcraft, but that's not where this is going. Because I was given a lot of water and I was given this constricted feeling, and I know that the image that they're giving me of this moment in time for this particular past life is fleeing. She's running. She's trying to escape. She's trying to get away. There's a lot of looking behind. I know that this is probably the moment that they're giving me is the moment of her passing, or therefore really close to that. And I keep hearing metal clanging, and I keep hearing horses and very soft green ground. There's very, very soft green ground under this person's feet. I don't think I've ever had one quite like this. I really think this is because they keep showing me English soldiers. And I think this is around, conquering or taking over or occupying or whatever you want to call it, from England over into Ireland and Scotland areas, and just a lot of, and I hear the word reaving. So I know I'm on the right track. They're like reavers. But these were soldiers that were actually chasing, and the women lived under a blanket of fear at this time. I would say, because the feeling is, oh crap, kind of like just feeling that fleeing. I've got to go. I got to hide. Women hid for some reason. Hello, Billy Ann. I'm not quite sure, exactly what's going on there, but they're talking about the women hiding. The men weren't around, feeling neglected, feeling left alone, feeling persecuted, totally persecuted. I wish I could say that I think this went in a really neutral, easy fashion. But as you can imagine, at this time, if you have a bunch of men on horseback running a woman down, it ain't gonna end well, one way or another, right? But I feel like the end was met by something around her neck. It was definitely met by something around her neck. And I actually feel like she might have been pulled. Oh God, that's a horrible way to go. Pulled from here and then pulled through water, pulled through, stuff like that. I just really feel like it was who wants to hear this on here, right? Kind of a horrifying way to go. This would do a couple things. This would give you feelings of guilt when you feel like you might have, like someone's looking at you like they suspect you do something wrong. Who doesn't feel like that anyways? But this would compound that. This would do a lot of internal talk on how you could have done things better quite often, like that internal talk like that. And it also could involve, of course, claustrophobia or fear of water, things like that. I keep coming back to the water. But just that feeling of always feeling like you have to hide and things like that in that lifetime, just it was not even a real existence. It was just living from one hiding place to the next. And I feel like that was a thing. Is Laura on here? I don't see her. It reminds you of your grandma. I just really feel like it has just to do with being a woman. Because I'm like, well, did she do herbs? Did she anger the church? What? And they're like, nope, it's just because she's a woman. I do not know the history on this area, or the, who's not seen Braveheart, but I just think it goes beyond that. I'm not quite sure if this was somebody that was hunted for who they were. That actually feels very relevant. I feel like as soon as it come out of my mouth, they're like, yeah, sometimes Lisa's a little thick. But I feel like it was something that was just going to happen. Just going to happen. It's, I think, still something that's being learned now, because I don't feel like a lesson was learned in that. It wasn't a complete lesson in that lifetime. And the lesson here would absolutely be, don't, you have to stand up for yourself. There's Laura. You have to stand up for yourself. And Linda Norden. And take a firm line. Okay. I hope that's helpful. When they give me a past life, it's because it's relevant. And who keeps beeping me? I feel like it's me you're talking about. Oh. She's like, beautiful reading. I feel really bad when I pull across past lives like that. Sometimes you get a really gorgeous past life, and then you get Jack the Ripper. It just, I don't line them up. I just give you what I get. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room, y'all, so I can see who is here? Please don't lurk. If you are new or just hiding in the background, just give me a whoop whoop. So in case your guides say, hey, let's do a reading for them, I don't want to miss out on that, right? Neither do you. My guides are on fire. Okay. Buford's over here whining because he's like a little girl. Are you a little girl? Okay, onward. Okay. Off we go into the wild. Shit. So, Aaron. Hi from the shop. Hi. Hi from the mystical moons. Aaron, can you hear me? Aaron, we need to have a talk. You can tell I'm cold, you guys. Okay. Aaron. I thought, I'm just going to pull a card for Aaron. See where, it's a new year. Let's pull a card for Aaron. Aaron. So Aaron. Aaron. Let me pull another card. Okay. That's pretty clear. Okay. That's a pretty tower card right there. So those of you that don't know what the tower card is, let's see. One of the oh shit cards that really isn't an oh shit card in the tarot. It doesn't matter who you are, who you think you are, who others think you are, any of those things. It's kind of like saying we all look the same when we die. It's the level playing field, but the deconstruction of things that are not serving you as well, right? They're just things need to fall apart sometimes for rebirth, right? Your ass is grass and she's the lawnmower. But it's also, I think that you've made a lot of changes in your life, right? The wrecking ball. You've made a lot of changes in your life, and there's some things that you used to do that you were super, super passionate about, and you kind of put on the back burner, right? You put some, and I don't know if Moldavite was a card, but I feel like you put some things on the back burner that you used to really enjoy, and you had a good time doing. Do not judge me, Tanya Lee. I don't read them. I still feel like I'm being judged. No, by the way, Tanya is amazing. Tanya Harmonia Tarot, you guys. She has a membership over there. You guys should go check it out. She does a lot of tarot over there. She's like our teacher. She's amazing for the whole group. Okay. And I also want to say, Aaron, that, the change has not been bad. the change has been good for you. Deconstruction of something I'm okay with. I'm constantly changing myself for the better. You absolutely are. You absolutely are. I just love that. I just love that. And you've let go of some things that just don't serve you anymore. You're kind of like, oh God, I don't have time for that. I don't need that. It causes disharmony, things like that. But you're also very much moving forward with an emotional aspect of your life. I think you're developing and becoming. You're just becoming. And it may seem like some things take a long time. Here I am, all OCD. I have these like laid perfectly on the desk. Time is okay. Take the time. Yep, this coincides with your New Year's resolution. Tanya, I know, I'm kidding. It's okay. It's okay. So let's see how that's going to go. You're moving into things with your emotions, and you're stepping away from things that don't serve you anymore, and all of that. Oh, don't be too hard on yourself. Do not give yourself a hard time. And I think you're absolutely, I'm sorry, Lisa. I think you absolutely do that a lot, right? To the point where you probably, oh God, I don't want to say it, to the pout. Yeah. I've seen a lot of adult men pout. So I don't be too hard on yourself, because you're going to be cheating yourself out of a lot of really cool things. Don't do that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some light, some joy. Say, I'm allowed to have fun too. Life, you shifted gears in your life. I don't know if I can see it from the outside. I don't know if you see it, but you shifted gears in your life from, you were the person that was so carefree and everything was great and all the wonderful things, and you're still that person, but now you've taken on the mantle of, I've got the job, I've got this, I've got that, and I just feel compressed. So it's time to let go of that compression and give yourself an easier time, because it's, life is to be enjoyed. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I want to hear you enjoying it. I know you guys go to concerts and fun stuff, but don't be so damn hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. A lot of us. How's your self-talk, guys? Can you comment with how your self-talk is? If you just had to give it one word, like, I'm mean to myself, I call myself names, or I feel great, I feel meditated, I feel relaxed, I feel all this, right? Yep. Letting go of the stressors and just be free. Well, okay, that does not mean running through the quad, streaking through the quad. Okay, it is not. This is not that. Harsh. Yeah, harsh. That's a lot of us talk to ourselves harsh. Doubtful, empowered. You get the movie reference, right, Erin? No streaking in the quad. Better every day. Hard. Yeah. This is something to think about, you guys. When we are talking to ourselves, the universe hears this. The universe hears this. So when you're manifesting and you're all out there and you're making them, we're doing vision boards and we're doing all these really cool things. And then we sit back and we talk about us like shit. Oh man, I can't believe I put on, this weight or done that, or I didn't get outside and do the things I wanted to do. I didn't make it to the gym. I didn't go for a walk. I didn't do all. This is a woman's brain. Okay. And, they don't slow down. Yeah, men do it too. Speak down to myself, leaving me feeling less confident. This is so true. We are our worst enemies. Never forget. I'm going to read this out loud, Erin. I haven't read the whole thing yet. Never forget to zip up your zipper, guys, or else the seagulls can take off. There's Erin. Haley says it's like when you talk about something and that something pops up in everything ad-wise. Well, yeah, it does, right? Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here. But pay attention to your self-talk, you guys. And there he is. Right, Laura? There he is. Okay. And just like that, Aaron's back. So we should can we change your screen name back to Inappropriate Aaron? We've missed you. You never know what you're going to get on this page, you guys. Okay, Susan says every word, every thought holds energy, whether that be negative or positive. Energy that manifests. The universe don't care what it is. Uh-huh. Okay, let us go with... Ow. Hey, there's Meredith Reed. J.A. Smith, how the heck are you? Kelly Lavoie. We're going to go with Kelly Lavoie. Kelly Lavoie, I need to ask a question. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Okay. Kelly. Kelly. Shit, what was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kelly, are you finding that your clairvoyance is developing? I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to be giving you that harumph. You're doing great. Or if you're just starting to butt it. Yes. Okay, good. Because that's, your guides are talking about that. They're giving me, I know. Ugh. They give me pressure right here when I know it's the strangest thing. But for when someone's gaining their clairvoyance or they're really working on developing it, I get this pressure right here. And it was the immediate, as soon as I saw your name, they were like, look it, she needs to pay more attention. I don't know if you need that validation that what you're doing, what you're seeing, what you're catching is, it's real messages for you. It's real messages for you. Hey, Jansen. Hey, could you lay down? Because you make me nervous. And somebody wants to talk about a daisy. They want to give the flower of a daisy with a big yellow center. Something about maybe cone flowers or wildflowers. We're going to wildflowers. Sherry Ann, how are you? So I don't know. He's so needy. You have to go potty because I know you're old. Okay, hold on. I am online, you know. God. It's like, well, I'm 12, you know. Okay. Is the fish tank empty? No, the fish tank is full. Or that fish is floating in the air. It's one or the other. No way. I'm messing with her. That's my niece Haley, y'all. My Daisy died a few years ago. Okay. Just another little thing, right? She was Maltese. Just another little thing. I know, Billy. You don't see the fish? Okay, hold on, wait. Fish. No, the fish tank is not empty. I'm messing with you. Okay, daisies. Interesting. That's interesting. Have you had, Kelly, have you had anybody in your family that, oh, look, we have a troll. Ooh, there we go. Now we don't. They were trying to be quick, though. That's for certain. They were trying to be quick. I'm quicker. You're getting slammed on an old post by a spammer. I know, focus. I know, but that's just horrible. I can't stand when people go on to our old posts and just slam the crap out of people. And It's horrible because they do it, and eventually someone's gonna click that link, right? Someone's gonna click the link, and I'm gonna feel bad about it, baby. Unless you text me the exact spelling, I can't. Can you take a picture of it? Because that's a pretty common name. Pretty common. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it because I don't know what the picture looks like. I know. Focus. There's a scammer just slamming our post all over. Okay. That helps. Hold 1 second, guys. And there I've got her. And she's gone. See? Gone. Got her. Okay. Focused. Okay. I know. Kelly understands, right? I got her, babe. I hope I got her. If not, she's raising our ranks in this in comments. Okay. Yes. Kelly, you're definitely supposed to spend more time out when the spring comes. You are supposed to be outside. You are supposed to be enjoying. And I would, if you don't have a fairy garden or something like that, that is outside where you can be grateful to nature and the spirits, I would suggest maybe putting a little stool or something out there where you can sit outside and just relax. They really would like you to be able to just chill, decompress. And you need to learn to ground. Well, I'm not saying you need to learn to ground more, but you need to ground more. So with that developing clairvoyance, I also pick up mediumship. I also get mediumship. So if you're developing, already doing whatever, just know that there's some validation in the mediumship as well, that you're really picking up on some new things. Absolutely. Pay attention to that, because when mediumship, there's some people that have to work towards being mediums and other people that are just, going to open up to it automatically. And I think that you're just kind of blossoming in that direction. Okay. Yeah, PayPal hackers. There's all sorts of hackers out there right now. And they're starting, they hit one of our posts the other day, and I had to go on and reply to everybody because they made it so close to our shop Facebook page name that I was afraid someone was going to just be like, and just hit it. Amber Allen, focus on the positives. Multiple blessings coming your way. Just I hear just keep swimming. There's Michael Groomer. Yeah, focus on the positives. It's all we can do. Hi, everybody. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Somewhere bluebirds fly. What's that? Feed. Okay, she's having lots of downloads and upgrades past week, stronger than before. Got it. You love that song. Every once in a while, it just pops on. Now, I wish I could tell you that I knew exactly what that signifies. Like Metatron, Michael, Ezekiel, mediumship, clairvoyance. I have tells. Every intuitive has tells. And I have one guide that likes to work with song, but then I have one guide that likes to just bring across somewhere over the rainbow. He just brings across somewhere. It's his whole job. I have another guy that his job is he comes out of the shadows, like out of blackness, and he comes forward and he goes, and then he melts to the background again. And that's his only job. That's all he does. And when he does that, I know that I need to tell someone that they have some money coming in, that, don't expect huge amounts of money, but you have some kind of money coming in. I wish I knew what the Wizard of Oz guy did, though. Is that it, Michael? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wants to be free. All right, Michael. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. Okay. Huh. I don't know. No. So I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, they threw me a loop there. You killing me. So it's so funny because good morning, Michelle. Mickey says even the people who weren't the sharpest pencils in the box still get a job on the other side. Are you going to tell us the rest of what Michael's saying? Oh, no. That's right. Some of you can't see what Michael's saying. Okay. Wizard of Oz, wanting to be free, give a reading to a gay guy. Jeez. And I'm laughing and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And he's like, too needy? No, it's not too needy. And he says, soak it in, bitches. Oh my gosh. Okay. Seriously, though, he could use a card. Oh, you're killing me, man. You're killing me a little bit at a time. Let's do this. This feels right. This feels right. We all love you, Michael. You're only gay because you want an excuse to wear a damn bow tie. Hey, get up here. Come on, I ain't got time. Move. Move those stubby legs. Come on. Oh, don't break that. Easy, not so fast. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have rushed you. Nope, I'll put you in the other room. I can't look at him. Okay. Let me also say, the people that are on here joking, they all know each other. And they're over there having a good time. Bow ties are hot. Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, that's Michael. That Michael. Yes. My new desk at my sister's has many shelves for decks. Lord. Too many. Okay. Tell Michael to get on the right page. What page are we on? We're pretty separated here. So we have 4 on YouTube, My Mystical Life. We have 5 on Late Bloomers, our group, Late Bloomers, Psychics, and Starseeds. 2 on Blue Heron Mystic, 19 on My Mystical Life, and 15 on the Mystical Moons. Yeah, you guys are hot. You guys, you're all killing me over here. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Michael. Bring back the mullet. What the hell? Do not bring back the mullet. Okay. Nothing else to put on. Oh, God. Okay, Michael. Okay. If this is your first time, make sure you like the page or wherever you're at, so you know when we're on, because we are a hell of a lot of fun. And a lot of the people in the comments are part of the My Mystical Life membership, our psychic development membership that we grow as a community, and we have some growing to do here shortly. Mullets are fashionable. No, they're not. They're never fashionable. They've never been fashionable. I lived through the 80s. They're not fashionable. Okay. Oh, God, this is so good for you, Michael. Lisa needs to read this out. Okay. Dude, is it validation? You just need validation, don't you? You need a hug? Because I'm telling you. Aaron's like, for thousands of years, man thought the moon was made of cheese. In the 1960s, we went there and found out right away it wasn't. We haven't been back since. Behold the power of cheese. Michael. It is all about where you're at right now, man. The awakening you're going through. He was reading it as a suspense movie. It's about where you find yourself, and it's in a really cool place. You have grown so much in a year that you've expanded beyond, I think, anything you thought you would ever. Like, you're a totally different person. I hope you can look back at your year, or actually it's a little over a year, isn't it? And see how much you've grown and changed. You are somebody that always strives to have the answers. You are somebody that always is. You'll keep pulling layers and keep pulling layers. Tanya, because I think you want to get to the core. You're always going to have that one extra question that's like, why? But why? But why does that do that? So there's going to be some things that you step into in this, and even in your spiritual journey, of course, that you're not going to be able to quantify, and you need to be okay with that. Your brain is very scientific. It's very left brain. It wants to work on the problem, and it'll take things as a problem. So some things you're going to be so interested in, you're going to want to pull back layers and layers. You have to lean into your faith on that. You just have to lean into your awe of the whole journey, because your awakening journey is just, it's quick. It's quick. You're going to have to rely upon a lot of that's why it is. Sometimes it's hard. And then the other thing I have is don't dim to fit in. Man, I think you've done this in life. I know you've done this in life. And I love that you're living in full color. Just boom. And just not being so concerned about what other people have to say about you. But here's the other thing I can say about that. You still have that on the inside, right? You still have that on the inside that you're worried here and there. Don't do that. Don't do that. You are just amazing at everything you do. You have such a magnetic personality that I wish I knew what it was, because we'd bottle it and sell it. You don't give yourself enough credit. But then there's this card. It says you're already doing it, but it's reversed. You're stalled. You are not. Here's what happens when your brain stalls, when your forward motion stalls. I know what happens. Your body inside still feels like it should be moving. And then you jump ship. You give yourself shit because you're not moving forward. And then you're talking bad about yourself because you're not moving forward. And you don't feel like you're doing what you feel like you should be doing, or somebody thought you should be doing. And then all this builds up, and then it hits you like a tidal wave, and then it's depression. So you've got to just keep moving slow. if that's what you need to do. One foot in front of the other. That's how we get out the door, right? So just if you're having a rough time, if you're struggling, it is just a one step at a time situation. One foot in front of the other. Slowly, if need be. Yeah. Nailed it. It's rolling off you, man. It's rolling. Now, I want to say that I think that there's also something you're missing. I think there's something right there that you could be working on or moving forward with, or it feels like a good niche for you. I don't know if it's fear holding you back, which is totally normal and natural. Or it's just you're not talking to yourself well enough yet. But if it hasn't popped up yet, there's an opportunity that you need to give yourself credit that you can take it on. Game on! And move forward. And if you need to talk, you can always pop up on the group and somebody will say, hey, let's talk. Never think you're alone. Thank you so much, Tanya. Vera says, my 10-year-old granddaughter saw a ghost last night, had a white body and black head. Does anyone have any idea what that means? As long as it's not pole dancing, those days are over. My mystical life won't be so mystical without you, Michael. Is he going somewhere? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Okay. Without being there at that moment. Oh, sorry, I saw something else. I don't know what it could be without me having been in that moment. For some reason, it's just kind of like a flash. I'm thinking actually it could have been very much a memory, a reoccurring. Okay. I was like, wait, where's Michael going? Yeah. Nothing probably to worry about. If you're worried about it, Vera, if it's just sage. If you're worried about it, just sage and put positivity into the area. And that's about what we can do, right? We try to, and call an Archangel Michael if you're worried about it. Absolutely. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who's here. If you are new, let us know. The people in the chat are, a lot of them, my Mystical Life Psychic Development members. So they all know each other and we all have a good time. We try to have a laugh here and there. Okay. In my feed, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up here. I have 8 different feeds coming in at one time. And so I'm trying to keep up. It gets a little, it gets a little crazy. Let's see. Who are we going to go with? Who are we going with? Amy on YouTube. Amy on YouTube says, hello, thank you, Lisa, for doing this. I do it for fun and I love doing it. And this is my downtime. But you're welcome. I would love to get a little reading. I am Amy from Australia and currently in a twin flame connection. So this is where I get to tell you that twin flames can go so many ways. Twin flames. And this is a, I'm so sorry, Michael. Hold old Amy. Michael says, my therapist suggested I stay with my mystical life until the restraining orders from previous groups are done. Okay, I have to go back to Amy. I read it and I was like, oh my God. But Amy, twin flames don't always have to be sunshine and roses. I need you to know that. I know, you guys, I'm like, and I feel like there's a lot of very intense. Are you still here, Amy? Let me do that first. Very, very intense emotions and connection that goes with this. Okay. That's good. I'm glad you're on very good terms. But they can be the biggest challenges in life as well. Even the ones we get along with can still teach us lessons. So they're here we go. But and I understand, having a good relationship with your twin flame. I have a good relationship with mine as well. I keep him. We've been married for almost 35 years. But also, and within that time, we have learned and we have grown together. So that's what twin flames come for. They either come together and meld and connect, which is this, I get this crown chakra, head-to-head feeling. Do I have a crown chakra to crown chakra feeling, like an interconnection like that? But it's interesting to watch people struggle with their twin flames. And I know that's one of the main reasons they do come back is for the struggle. But even within a healthy relationship, there's a lot of give and take, and we learn a lot. I'm just trying to see what they're trying to tell me here with this, because they're like spoon feeding. I'm like, what do we have going? What do we want to know here? And I don't know, do you have any kind of move going on, or is there anybody in your family that is moving from one place to another, whether it just be a home or mine is in a dumpster fire, but I'm grateful for all the lessons. Yeah. All upside down. A whole of cups. Just feels like there's a little bit of an emotional thing going on here. Like some things have been maybe handed to you, and you thought about it a lot. No one's moving. This is like a I feel like they're handing something to you. And it's very much about the emotion of the whole situation, but you don't know whether to move forward with it, or you're not know, what do I do with this? I don't know what to do with this. This isn't my thing. It was given to me. I don't know what to do with this kind of thing. And then the last one is totally stalled out because nothing was done. So I don't know if you have a new opportunity, or I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. I don't mind telling you I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like we're trying to put the puzzle pieces together to bring you the information that's going to make relevance to all of us. But they are definitely showing some kind of exchange, or that's why I thought you're moving, maybe, because I'm seeing things go back and forth, like people were packing boxes or something along those lines. And then they're talking about not moving, not taking opportunities, not taking advantage of an opportunity that's laid in front of you, and it just kind of goes to the wayside. So if you have, you know what, if you have something come up, if you have an opportunity presented to you, whether it's to be find yourself in a happier space or make more money, whatever does that for you, make sure you move on it, because it is important. They're like, if you don't do anything, you're going to miss on a lot of prosperity. I wish I had better, but that's what they're giving me. And then that's what they think is important to you. That's the only thing I do. I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's wazoo. I'm going to tell you exactly what they give. Okay. Does everyone have a twin flame and you might not just ever meet them? This is possible, Linda. So when we are signing up on the other side, we're picking our brain, our body, our family, our everything. We're also picking, like, do you want your twin flame to, this is tricky. Does your twin flame want to come in as a love connection this time? Or do they want to be maybe your best friend or something along those lines? So, twin flame doesn't always mean love connection. It can be somebody that was just, maybe a good supporter for you in life, passionate about making sure that you're good in life, things like that. So it doesn't have to be a love connection. If, that's awesome, Amy. She says, it's good, whatever they want to give me. Thank you. I'm going to level up this year. That's what we called it with intuitive development. Struggled a lot, then met my twin flame and turned my life up. I turned my life upside down for the better. Good. Okay. So yes, Michael's right. Or they are somebody that comes into your life and is a catalyst for change. So it's somebody that comes in and creates dynamic influence in your life. So it doesn't always have to be in a love connection. A lot of people think that they search in the world for the twin flame, that it's the end all do all, or a soulmate, and those are actually two different things, but that's the end all do all in every life, Linda. Well, no, not every life, because sometimes you get like a hall pass and you don't have to come back in, or you're picking which lives you want to go into. It's because you have you have layers of helpers. So it's not just, all the same players every single time. You may have somebody that played your mother in one life come back as be a distant cousin, stuff like that. So it is a good community. It's an amazing community, right, Erin? Do you have a good Christmas and New Year? Wonderful Christmas and New Year. I hope everybody else did too. Hi from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The holiday season, anybody else feel like it's like Friday or Monday? Like you're so lost. I'm so lost. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? See who is here. Oh, it's already away. All right then. Alrighty then. I have a lot of people flying through here, so yeah, they're always going to be part of our solar group. Yeah, twin flames, absolutely. Let's see. Hayes Sharon. I'm assuming it's maybe Sharon Hayes. Hayes Sharon. The first thing I want to say is I want to clear my throat. I want to breathe a little deeper. I think you breathe very shallowly. Most of us do. It's funny. Never taught to really breathe. If you've not had a cold, I would anticipate one. Okay. Maybe don't wish it on yourself, but I think there's enough people around that it's a pretty safe, thing to say that you could get a cold. That's not psychic. That's just, they do give me congestion and like pain right back here. So just sinus pressure. And my guides are great at sinus pressure, the sinus issues, earthquakes, and what was the other thing they're really good at? Trip and falls. Don't ask me why. It's getting better, cold, and you're gone. Oh, good. So it's on its way out. Good. Sharon, do you hear very well? I mean, do you have very, very good hearing? I'm not going to tell her that online. Bye, Tanya. It was so good seeing you. How's your hearing? Hey, Sharon. You have very good hearing? can't remember whether I asked you if you had good hearing or poor hearing. If you guys are new, good luck, everybody. Talk to you later, Erin. Is it good here? Good. Okay. That's so weird. I don't know how to tell that. So I get like speaking colors, like here. I don't know how to explain this. Muggle words. This is so weird. It's like hearing the color green. I know that sounds strange. Like not just hearing the word green, but like hearing the color. It is so strange. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to put it into words. It's like a sound that just brings green. You hear color? Are you serious? You hear color? That is amazing. That's so cool. But it was just like maybe invoked a memory, or I lost people on that, you guys, and the numbers. People like, okay, this lady's batshit crazy. But it was like maybe a particular sound brought green to mind. I don't know how quite it works. Because it was just kind of like a flash, and it's like I got an ear, like I boom and green. So not normally how I would visualize green, but it just happened. This is a unique thing. It's I had major surgery July. It's color. It's almost like it's just the strangest thing. It's like tasting colors and hearing colors and explosions of color for you. 2x4 therapy. Ooh, have you had a major like spiritual aha moment recently where you had to look at things and go, that is not what I thought that was, and it's never been the way I thought it was, and it's just a very big eye opener for you? Have you had 2x4 therapy lately? That's what we call it here. Yes. Okay. Because I was saying, like, why would you hear colors and like taste color? I don't understand. And they're talking about a whole new way to see things, a whole new way to hear things, a whole new way to live, a whole new way to live. But they say you've got this. Like, you're going to roll with things, and new things are going to come in, and new things are going to come in, and new things are going to come in. You're going to be able to handle things. It's cool. I would imagine so. When we are really starting to open up and have all these new things come in. I understand. Thank you. So I also need to let you know, if it starts to pull back a little bit, like you feel like you're getting less and less information as time goes on, do not panic. Okay. Don't feel less supported, less loved, less guided. None of that. It's just because at that point, the people on the other side and guides say, look, she understands it's us. It's us. So we can come back a little bit further, and we don't have to be so in her face. So a lot of people, when they first start on their spiritual journey, they get, I know what happened to me because I didn't start doing this till I was 38. People calling my name in the middle of the night, not just me hearing it. It would wake Sam and myself both up because we're twin flames. We're very connected like that. But hearing auditory, which is really very rare for clairaudience. And when you have all these new things coming in, you expect it to stick around, right? Like, oh, look what I can do. And then all of a sudden it's less and it's less. And it's not that you're amazed by yourself and you feel like you're living in your ego, because you're allowed to be pleased with yourself and you're allowed to feel joyous and go, wow, look at all this that's happening. You're allowed to do that, right? It doesn't lessen what you receive. what lessons, what messages and sensations are coming across is their awareness that your awareness has grown. So I was just to let you know that. And all of that after smelling green or hearing green, hearing the color green. I don't think I could do that again. I don't know. Anyhow, just know that if you start to feel things pull back a little bit, don't worry about it. It doesn't lessen anything. It just means they trust you. How cool is that? Yeah. Okay. Caitlin says, how do you feel about the notion of that some others have about the ego not serving you? Here's the thing. Anybody that knows me, if I was walking down the street, you wouldn't know what I do, right? I've worried a lot about ego because I was told I needed to worry about ego, right? Don't get in your ego. Don't get in your ego. And then you hear about people that are working towards getting rid of total ego. Like they're just, that you have to be devoid of ego. This is never going to happen. I hope that's helpful. Hey, Sharon. Being totally devoid of ego will never happen. I don't care how much you work towards it, how much you meditate or chant or it doesn't matter. You're never going to be totally free of your ego. It is now. I will tell you, I'll go into this, not a problem, in just a minute. But the reason I say you'll never be totally devoid of it is because, as a general rule, if you fall off the sidewalk and fall into traffic, you're going to scramble to get back out of the way of harm, correct? That's the way that you would normally do it. Our self-preservation mechanisms in our body is integrated into our ego. So it is part of our self-sustaining, our humanness to survive and flourish. Yeah. Healthy ego and unhealthy ego, much like high schooling, you're going for a C+. So you'll never be totally devoid of it. But do you want to run down the street with yes, the ego is actually our human way of surviving. So you're thinking of ego like walking down the street and grabbing somebody by the arm and saying, hey, great Aunt Gertie wants you to know this. As I say saucily, because I find it to be annoying, right? I find it to be rude and unprofessional. I find that because I wouldn't want to run down the street and do that because it's right there in that ego. Like, look what I can do. And I find that to be, and anybody that has been in any of my classes will know, irritating. I make a point in class to teach, do not get in anybody's energy unless you are invited. So just running around and being, we have a rule of the shop. It's a rule of the shop. No reading from the desk. Very rarely do I break it. It's about respecting other people's areas and not living in your ego. Now, of course, we're working in a psychic shop, and they think that they're going to come in and get a free reading at the desk anyway. So you can't continually do that all day long. So that's why we have this rule. But it's also about okay. Vicky says, right? Oh my God, I did it when I first started, but I didn't. But I did it because I thought God wanted me to. It's so common when, right, Vicky, we're so proud of it. We're so tickled with it. We're so, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Let's share. And then what we find in the end sometimes is we're running around getting into people's stuff that we had no business getting into. And it's important. I think it's important to stay out of other people's energy. But running around Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Ego. It's not serving. It's not serving you, you know? So what it does is creates, I don't know. I have so many opinions on it. You turned a lot of people off. I turned off a lot of people. It was bad. Yeah. You're going to run into people that are ready to hear what you do. And then you're going to run into people that are terrified by what you do. So yes, Michael Groomer is so smart. He says, learning that we receive all kinds of things, but it doesn't mean we are called to take action on it, right? Absolutely. I don't know. That's what I am. If you find yourself in situations that you can't handle the energy, you move away. If you are in situations where you're getting accurate messages, well, then and you're requested to do so, that is what you're here for, right? That's what we sign up for, to be of assistance. Not some terrifying psychic that walked in down the street and wanted to give you messages. And now people ask all the time, and I'm like, nah, don't feel like it. Right? I know. But there's ways to move forward. And it's like, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So my opinion's my opinion, and you guys do it your own way. Now you know. That's the rest of the story. Okay. And with that, y'all, I think I'm going to go help finish dinner. And yes, intuition should be your wingman in the bar, not your ego. Absolutely. Michael, I love you. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go for the night. So tomorrow night we have Amy Bradley, and she's going to talk about manifestation in the group. And that will be on the live class. And then we have a lineup coming, man. You guys should check the Facebook page or the newsletter. And it'll have the calendar on there, and it's crammed. It is crammed. We have a lot of things coming up that I will be able to disclose in the next week, hopefully. And we'll have an idea of what we'll be doing later on in the year. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. I appreciate your time here with me in the evening. It is my downtime, and I really appreciate spending it with all of you guys. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. Okay, guys. Bye. So long. Farewell.